Hey everybody, it's KD, another episode of Girl on Fire. I know I haven't posted in a long time, but I promise you I have like 3 videos I have to post in the next couple of days. So you'll get something by tomorrow. And today, actually, I have with me Lesfic author Annette Mori.
Hey there, everybody.
I was about to say, you can speak into the camera. Okay, and just to let you guys know, she has a wussy hot sauce. I don't.
Hey, head in shame. Yes, I do.
She pretty much has spicy ketchup.
No, it says hot. It says hot chili.
It's sriracha. It's sriracha. It's spicy ketchup. Admittedly, it's good on everything. Admittedly, kind of like Louisiana hot sauce. It would have been better if she had gotten Louisiana hot sauce. But she's a wuss concerning heat, so maybe we'll get a nice reaction out of it, and I can put some sound effects in it when I edit the video. We'll see. Okay, I am going to do something called Stargazer. It looks kind of ominous. I don't know what that is on the cover, but it looks nasty and mean. It has jalapeno, Scotch bonnets, ghost pepper, has apple cider vinegar, maple syrup, garlic, lime juice, sea salt, and chipotle peppers. It should taste pretty good, but I don't know. We'll see. I haven't had a lot of luck with sauces lately. So she's even going to do it with a spoon, everybody. She's not going to put it on food, so this should be interesting. Of course, I have my spoon. Can't find my shot glass still, but maybe next time. So let's get on with the taste test here.
All right.
All right. Oops. Everybody will see.
My God, it smells hot.
It really isn't. Okay, I got a little dollop. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Woo. That's a spicy. You might want to get some milk instead of water. It's going to make it worse.
I don't think I have any. Oh, holy shit. I have gum. Oh my God.
That is definitely deserving of sound effects. Yeah, if you had a taste of mine, they probably would have, set you on fire here. This is really hot. This has ghost peppers in it, so this is really hot. I expected it to taste better, but it's okay. It's not great. It's okay. I'll give it maybe a 8.5 for the heat and maybe a 6.5 for the taste. What about yours?
Sun-ripened chilies. Conte chilies. I don't know. It's fucking hot.
It's sriracha, everybody. Sriracha. It's a staple you find at any restaurant. If they usually put it near the ketchup.
Yeah.
Hence me calling it spicy ketchup. You need to wipe your nose or something, blow your nose. Yeah. Okay. Mine was actually hot. So, okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hottest, what would you rank your sriracha, your spicy ketchup?
A 10.
Spicy ketchup is 10, according to Annette Mori, everybody.
This must be like a special hot one.
No.
No. Yeah.
There's no such thing.
It says hot.
It doesn't come in any other flavors or heat levels. There's only one kind. Tabasco makes a brand as well. It's a little more tartness to it, but it's still about the same level of heat.
I almost got Tabasco because my wife said that she likes hot stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't like hot. I can taste a speck of pepper on something. That's how sensitive it is. And if somebody, if we want to share food, she'll go, "You want to share?" I'm like, "No, you put pepper on it."
mean like black pepper?
Yeah.
You don't even like black pepper?
No, it's hot.
That is odd. I never considered black pepper as hot.
Yeah, I don't like pepper. I don't like chili. I like garlic and I like wasabi. That kind of hot I can do.
Really?
Yeah, I love wasabi and I love garlic and Italian spices. I'm Italian, so.
Wasabi is really hot though.
Yeah, but it's a different kind of hot. It's like a horseradish hot. It's not like
that's true. Probably because it's got a nice flavor and stuff to it.
How much did you put on a spoon? My wife was asking me how much I put on a spoon. Yeah, how much? Like what? Like a little spoonful. It was hot. She's rolling her eyes at me.
Let her know. I'm gonna put sound effects on your reaction. I'm just letting you know that. I have to find the right one though. It has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. Okay, so now that you've calmed down from the incredible heat you just experienced,
peppermint in my mouth now.
You okay? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. So tell us what's going on. You have any works in progress? Anything coming out soon, or what have you? Just let us know.
Okay, so a couple months ago, One Shot at Love came out. And it's a romance, but it was kind of an interesting story that came to me. I'm a very anti-gun person. So I thought it would be interesting to put a story together with someone who is a social activist, anti-gun person, who meets a Olympic skeet shooter.
Oh, that's interesting.
Who grows up with guns and it's been a big part of her life, and they fall in love, and of course they have very different perspectives about gun control. So that one came out a couple of months ago. What I'm writing on right now, I finally broke through my little bit of a writer's block that I had. Not a little, lot. I didn't read for months. And I came back to I did a short story. Gosh, it must have been a couple of years ago when we were putting together an anthology for Stone Soup, and the theme was 45. Okay, President 45. So I did a short
age
story.
45 or the president 45?
The president 45.
Oh.
So I did a short story called Make America Safe Again, which is like a dystopian. It's after, he did stupid things and the world blew up, blah, blah, blah. And so I decided to make that into a full-length novel. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Really? Is there like zombies or anything involved?
Yeah, it's not zombies. It's two women who, one's really, really smart, who set up this bomb shelter. And they stay in this bomb shelter for like 10 months. And then they emerge and run into this camp of queer camp. So it's
really
lesbians and blah blah blah, and
so we survived the apocalypse, huh?
We survived the apocalypse, yeah, and prevail. And
that's nice to know. Okay,
the others are the bad dudes, right? And so there's conflict there, and so it's this whole dystopian.
So it's like a human nature type thing, kind of like The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I haven't
without
seen
the zombies.
I don't like zombies. Zombies like creep me out. It's like,
yeah, but see, like a show like The Walking Dead is more about human nature. After, I guess you could say, the world's ended. It's about how humans react to each other, how they deal with everything. So that's what it sounds like you're explaining. Yeah,
that it is. And the others are these like militia groups that
of course,
go back to the whole sort of tradition, like women are
for woman
procreation, and they're bad.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that. I'm about I'm actually almost to the 50K mark, so it's getting closer. Okay. So that's coming along. And then for the first time ever, I am going to try something new. And I have actually decided to self-publish. Usually, when my crazy ideas don't get picked up by Affinity, I always give them to Stone Soup to do charities. this time I decided I kind of want to see what Kindle Unlimited self-publishing is about. So after it goes through editing, a book called Inspiration Takes a Vacation. It's kind of a takeoff on, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie. I love the movie. Meet Joe Black and Death Takes a Holiday, blah, blah, blah. So death takes a human form.
I think I've seen some of it. I haven't seen the whole movie. Brad Pitt, right?
Brad Pitt, yeah. So yeah, he death, the concept death, takes a human form, falls in love with a woman. So I was experiencing this horrible writer's block. So I thought to myself, what if inspiration was like this, I don't know, thing, and it's like death took a human form? So I kind of messed around with that, and instead I'm using sort of Greek mythology, the 9 muses.
Oh, that's interesting.
Inspiration, and they're in territories, and so the Northwest Territory where this writer lives, she meets this woman on the beach who ends up being Inspiration Northwest. All inspiration, all art, everything stops. There's no, while she's on this 3-day vacation and falling in love with this writer.
Oh, I like that. I like that premise. That's very original. I like that.
Yeah, original and quirky is kind of a descriptor for most of my books.
Yes, I'm aware of that. There's nothing wrong with that either. I think the Lesfic world needs a little shakeup every once in a while, and I think it's good to have not just diversity in the characters, but diversity in storytelling as well. I mean, instead of just having the, there's no trope we haven't done already, but there's always a different take on those tropes, and that I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
Definitely. So why have you decided to self-publish? Just for the hell of it, or?
Just for the hell of it. I thought this can't be that hard, and so for those really, I mean, because Affinity is really wanting to do more of the romances, and it's not like I don't write romances. I do write romances. I mean, most of the books are what I call romash, which is a mashup of sci-fi or paranormal or whatever weird shit I come up with, and a romance, but they don't do as well as contemporary romance. And so
the pure romance. Yeah,
it's a tough market out there. So I mean, Affinity is still my go-to publisher, and they'll be publishing a book that's going to come out next year called Sculpting Her Heart, which is about a person on the neurodiverse, very, very far along the neurodiverse spectrum. She has autism, and she can't seem to find a girlfriend. And so her mission is to find a girlfriend.
So she's like high functioning, or is she like in the middle? How would you describe her?
She's high functioning, but definitely very, very much on the where she has her quirks. Yeah.
Okay. Like what kind of quirks is she gonna have?
Well, she has a hard time looking people in the eye. Some of the typical stuff. Very, very black and white, and concrete. And she does a lot of research, and she's a famous artist, so she does well financially. She just doesn't do well interacting with people.
Well, yeah.
So she sort of woos this next door neighbor with baked goods. She brings her baked goods every day, but she doesn't really talk to her. And these sort of, and the woman next door is a special education teacher who works with
that's interesting.
So she finds her charming. She doesn't find her odd. She finds her charming. So, yeah. And she has to eat dinner and lunch at the same time every day. And she has very, very strict routines about things. And there's an ex-girlfriend, and she's actually, the next door neighbor is involved with someone. She has a girlfriend who wants an open relationship, and she agrees to that, even though she doesn't want to be in an open relationship. So it's complicated. So her bestie, the autistic woman, is chatting with her best friend on how can I steal this woman away from her girlfriend, basically.
I like this. Okay. I've worked with autistic kids before. I actually work with some now. Um, I remember this little boy I worked with my God, it has to be 10, 12 years, maybe
Yeah.
less than that. He was probably between the age of 8 and 10. He and I would say he was high functioning, but not, he was moving toward the middle a little bit. I mean, because he had like a lot of behaviors and
Yeah.
a lot of other stuff going on. But his quirk, his obsession was the color green.
Yeah.
So if he was out in the community with his parents or whatever, and he saw something green, he
Yeah.
had to have it. Even if it
Yeah.
was a purse, he had to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was, yeah. He was kind of oblivious to the way people looked at him with the little boy
Yeah.
carrying a purse, So he wasn't, because of the social issues, he wasn't able to
Yeah.
grasp that,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, anything
Yeah.
about the color green. Yeah.
And yeah, and those kind of quirky traits or whatever, I find so endearing.
Yeah.
That's why I like to write about characters like that. I've
Mhm.
written about bipolar characters, and I've created bipolar characters and characters with severe OCD, and
Mhm.
persons with Down syndrome. All of those characters,
Oh,
I
really?
love writing about characters like that. I had to do a lot more research for Sculpting Her Heart I've always done a lot of research, but I did a lot more on that than I had
Mhm.
done with my two characters with Down syndrome, because my cousin had Down syndrome, so I had a little bit more experience with that. I
Mhm.
have had some experience with autistic kids, but not to the same degree as you. So
Okay. Okay. I liked it. That sounds it. I don't think there will be something that I would ever tackle per se. I mean, like in my first book, a lot of people considered Nora to be to have Aspergers. And I
oh
kind of
yeah,
waft back and forth. It's possible. It's
yeah,
possible because I
yeah,
gave her a lot of traits, where she could definitely possibly fit on the spectrum. But you're just
yeah,
like, maybe, maybe not. I mean, so it was, some stuff. It was kind of like a hodgepodge. I took some experiences I had with some older
yeah,
clients and kind of threw them in that mix, and they seemed
yeah,
to fit her.
yeah,
So those probably my only foray into that kind of situation.
yeah.
I guess because I have some experience with it, I found it easier to write. But I don't think I would ever think I had a chops to write about something like that. So
Well, I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not kind of known for sort of going outside the realm of what's been acceptable.
mhm.
In some ways, sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But it's what my passion is. I'd
Mm,
much rather write these sort of quirky kind of
mhm.
backdrops than stick with traditional romance. So, I'll do the traditional romance, but I really, really like doing these other things that sort of color don't stay inside the lines.
I can identify with that. I think my last book was probably the most traditional romance I've written.
Big Girl Pill.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it was kind of lighthearted, and I mean,
Yeah,
it had some family dynamics, of course, in it.
yeah,
But yeah, I would think that's probably the most traditional out of all my books. It was probably a traditional romance. Didn't have any other things going on or
yeah.
anything in it. It's just concentrated on the romance and their relationship. So it
Now,
was
did you
interesting to
find
write
that
that.
was your better seller than your other books, or were your other books more successful?
Actually, my other books were more successful. This
Cops
one
and
was
dogs are
successful.
very popular. They are.
Yeah,
Books
yeah.
about cops and books about doctors are actually very popular.
I don't
Uh,
understand why though. I don't.
I don't know. There's something about I don't know. There's something about sexy cops that people are attracted to. I think.
But see, I wouldn't necessarily read something like that. I've read a couple of like what was that book by Jerry Hill with the psychic and the sheriff.
Yeah, I've read several.
You know what I'm talking about?
Hill. She's an incredible author.
Yeah, it was a really good book, and I did enjoy that. But it's usually not my go-to type. I like it doesn't have to be a cop. I like a little mystery. I like a little action, something. To go along. It doesn't even have to have a really big romance in it. Just make it interesting and character driven. Yeah. So yeah, okay. So how would you identify your writing style besides quirky?
Well, I'm definitely a pantser. I get an idea and then I just start writing, and I don't even know where I'm gonna take a book. I mean,
you sound like me.
I have absolutely no idea where it's gonna go. Sometimes I'll wake up like in the middle of the night and think, oh, that's the next scene that I'm gonna do. So
I do the same thing. Yeah.
And I started writing because I was bored. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people know this story about my wife and I. So it was like 8 years ago. I took a job here in Moses Lake, and she stayed in Cle Elum. It's about it's like a 2-hour drive away. So we only saw each other on the weekends. So I was here in Moses Lake in the condo, and she was in her house in Cle Elum. And so I was just every night, I mean, how much TV can you watch? And I'm not really.
I know, right?
I'm a big book reader. I would read a lot, but so I figured I could write that. Little did I know how difficult it was.
Maybe I can make it a little more interesting. You never know.
So I wrote a book and I submitted, and I was shocked when, because I'd read some of J.M. Dragon and Aaron O'Reilly's books and Alice Spooner's. I'd read some of the stuff from Affinity. And so when they said, okay, we think you have something there, but you need a lot of work. And so Aaron O'Reilly actually worked with me for 3 months to take the manuscript that I had written and submitted. And she helped me with things like point of view and transition, and, all of those other things that I didn't have an issue with grammar. My mom was a special ed teacher, and English was her major. So that wasn't a big issue. It was more the other kinds of things that I had no idea about.
Yeah, the little things that in professional writing that you go like, oh, I didn't know that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it show don't tell, and
that's something to be honest with, I still struggle with that.
Me too. I've just now, I think with the last book, I've just now gotten point of view down.
Yeah.
Where it's just automatic now. But I still make the other mistakes. I mean, I guess eventually,
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, yeah, at some point in time, you get better and better. I've gotten some different things that help. I bought Grammarly, and that's been pretty good, and Pro Writing Aid. Even though I don't always take their suggestions, at least it gets me to look at something to potentially see a different way of writing that.
Maybe I should check into that. My thing, I like being a pantser, and any extra work is extra work. You know what I mean? So outline is like writing the whole book. And by that time, I'm just like, and I don't know what's going to happen anyway. So how am I going to outline?
Exactly.
I mean, I have like maybe 22,000 words on the book I'm working on. And I just now got a middle.
Yeah.
By the time I get to the middle, I'll have an ending.
Yeah. The hardest part for me is what I call that mushy middle. When I get to about the 20 to 40,000 word or whatever, I get stuck. So the beginning I can write easily,
Mm-hmm.
but that middle part, it's like I get stuck. I don't know where to take the story sometimes, and then I just stop. And then the ending, it's like it goes real fast too.
Really?
But in that middle, I have the hardest time with the middle.
The last third is the hardest part for me. And that's usually when I get blocked. It's like I know what the ending is gonna be, but making those connections sometimes is difficult. And it's been through every book that I've gotten blocked around that time. So, every book I've written.
So you're a pantser too. So you must also experience when you go back and you reread all your things and you think, okay, does this all? And I find like a ton of plot holes. Like I am constantly plugging all those plot holes because I'm just pounding it out, getting it done.
Yes. I don't go back to read.
And then I do my OCD thing and I like review it and review it and review it and review it. And I find plot holes all the way to my like 10th time. And I'm so damn sick of the book by the time I finish the first draft to submit. But those plot holes.
I think I would say the biggest thing about writing and going through the publishing process is by the time that it's going to print, you're so fucking tired of those characters, and you have pretty much memorized the book. Yes. So it's just like, and by that time you're probably thinking it's trash too. So it's just like, oh, just take it and do whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. If you want to publish,
I'm done with it. Yeah, whatever you think is good, whatever. Yeah,
I think every author has that.
Yeah, I think they do.
Talk to says that there are times when they just absolutely hate whatever their manuscript.
Yes, it's just like. It's usually toward the end when I start thinking it. And it's usually during the editing process. It's just when I'm like reading through it. I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Well, that doesn't sound right. What? It's just like, oh, people are going to hate this. And all kinds of things. But yeah, I usually kind of pound it out too. And I don't go back to reread until I get to about maybe chapter 10 or so. Like I'll get 10 chapters and then I'll go back and do whatever I need to do. And then I'll scoot forward, and do another 10 and go back. Because I have beta readers and stuff that, look at it. And then eventually I'll go through all their notes and, and all that stuff. And so that helps me out with that. I have 3 beta readers that, offer different opinions on different parts and, stuff like that.
Yeah, I have a lot of beta readers. I think I never think it's very good, so I send it out to a million people before
I think it's a good thing. You have to have more than one. I think because you have to have one because everybody thinks differently, so it's good to get input on somebody that has fresh eyes. So okay. So tell us an interesting story. Interesting, amusing, horrible, something, whatever. Tell us an interesting story about you.
Okay, so I've always been a little bit of a kind of a dork and a nerd, and I think it goes back to when I was a little kid. So my mom, she grew up in the Shirley Temple age, right? So she would give us these Tony Home permanents. And I got my first one when I was, I'm not kidding, this is true story, 5 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm 5 years old. I had this little curls all over my head. We used to call my grandmother Brillo Head because she would do this to herself too, these Tony Home permanents with the bobby pins. You're probably too young for that.
I know what you're talking about.
You swirl your finger and you put 2 bobby pins in.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So first grade, I remember this vividly. So first, and she kept giving these to us. I mean, it was just awful. We just looked awful. So
why did they think that was cute? I don't understand that.
So I've got really bad eyes. I can't see, so I've got these blue cat glasses, right? And this Tony Home permanent. Right. And, the teachers, I don't know where you grew up, but where I grew up in the Midwest, picture day, right?
Uh-huh.
Would give you a comb, right?
Mm-hmm.
They would they would actually not put the comb on the desk. They would actually comb your hair, right?
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, in my school, my grade school. So the teacher was going along and she was combing, all the kids' hair before they go to their picture, right? And she gets to my desk, right? And she looks at me. She just does not know what to do with this hair. So she just sets it on the desk. She's like, yeah, I'm not touching that.
Well, I mean, it's possible the comb could have gotten lost in there. So,
Yes.
yes, definitely.
Yes. So that's why I'm such a dork, because of those Tony home permanents. It's probably the chemicals that went inside my head.
Yep. I used to get before I decided to do the natural thing with my hair, I think my mom used to perm my hair, but it's different for Black people. I mean,
Right.
it straightens it as opposed to curling it for us.
Right.
But I used to have, I mean, my hair is long now, but I had like really long hair growing up, and it was like thick and coarse and everything. And my scalp is very sensitive, extremely sensitive. And so I would scream and cry when my mom tried to comb my hair, and everything. It was just an ordeal. And and she would do like even when she what's it called? Hot comb.
Oh yeah, hot comb.
Yeah, even that would just tears and screaming and hurry up. And so finally she was just like, okay, I'm going to perm your hair, and it'll be much easier to deal with. And I think I was probably, I want to say 11 or something like that when I had my first perm. And I remember because I had the chemicals burned.
Yeah, they burn.
Yeah, and it had and since my scalp is so sensitive, it burned my scalp. So it was just like, I mean, my hair was like really straight, but it was like everything was just like sore. So it was horrible. And I had gotten, so it made my hair much easier to deal with. So like until I was like, my God, 25, maybe a little older than that, I was doing a perm thing or, whatever, just something to make my hair more manageable. And then maybe I've had the dreads for I want to say, my God, it seems like maybe almost 15 years or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So when I got to that point, I was like, fuck it, I'm tired of having to comb my hair. I went through periods where I cut it all off, then let it grow out and cut it all off.
Yeah.
And finally I was like, I'm tired of dealing with it. I'm tired of the haircuts. And so I went to somebody and I said, okay, I want to dread my hair. And she says, we got to start this way. Yeah. And it just went from there.
I've had the same hairstyle for a long time now too. But when I used to have it all the way down to almost my butt, it was really. And then one day I just got sick of it, and I went to the first time I went to this new hairdresser, and I said, I want to cut all off. And so she cut it we cut it really short, right? And I kept it really short for a few years. But I've been going to this hairdresser for now, 25 years. And I lived in Forks, which is like 6 hours away from my wife for a couple of years because I was there before I retired. Wait a minute.
Forks? What?
Washington. Forks.
There's
Washington.
Actually a Forks?
Yeah, there's a
Forks. Like in Twilight,
Washington.
There's a Forks?
Yes.
Oh my God, I didn't know it was a real place. That's funny.
Yes, it is funny. I know. And I lived there for 2.5 years. But that's it's like 4 hours on a ferry ride to get to Seattle. This is where my hairdresser is.
Wow.
I drive 4.5 hours to get my haircut.
Whoa.
Now I drive 3 hours. We're 3 hours away from Seattle. So we go and we make a day out of it or whatever. But it's like whenever there's been a couple of times that she hasn't been able to do it. Like she was really sick just a few days ago when I went to get my haircut. So she had to cancel. And I feel like I'm cheating on like somebody else is touching my hair.
Oh my God.
Hairdresser. It feels really awful. I was like, oh no, I'm cheating on Michelle. But
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I've gotten to the point where now, I mean, it's not like I'm going to go someplace now to get it tended to, but I like I look up stuff on the internet, how to keep my hair healthy and
oh,
all kind of weird crap I put in it, and and all that stuff. So I do that, and I mean, since I'm so since my scalp is so sensitive, I'm
yeah.
always hesitant to go somewhere and have them just kind of, and I'm just like, and I'm just sitting there like, oh my God. So I'd rather do it myself and just kind of ow, whatever I have to do. And it's with them being this long, it doesn't take as long. When they were shorter, it takes a long time. But when they're long, you can just kind of pin roll them
Oh,
from
really?
the
Yeah.
yeah, and so it
Mhm.
doesn't take maybe an hour and a half, it depends. So yeah, I'd rather do it myself. So saves me some money to do
Yeah.
this. People charge quite a bit of money for
Oh, really?
dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a place I was gonna go to. I was thinking about pre-COVID. So I called them and I was checking on the prices and stuff. She said, "Oh, it's $70." I was
What?
like, "Are you kidding?" I said, "All you have to do is, you know, start twisting my new growth. That's all you have to do. If you go to a hairdresser, it takes them all of 15 minutes to do it because they're really quick."
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
$70. I was like, no way. Just no way in hell I'm going to pay that much money for something I could do at home with the same materials or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, Finn, my cat.
Cat?
Yes, Finny.
You have one cat,
I
two
have
cats,
two. I have two cats and three pugs.
five cats.
Really? You got five? Oh my God. I don't know what I would do with five. I am busy right now. You don't care. He doesn't care.
Yeah, they don't.
You don't care, little asshole. Okay, so I really appreciate you coming on the show. It's been fun.
It has been fun. It's
Yeah,
great
I
talking
enjoy
with
doing this
you.
little thing. Yeah, so but yeah, rest assured when I put you up on my YouTube channel, I am gonna find a good sound effect for you.
Okay.
I'm
That's
just letting you know. So when I tag you, be prepared. Be prepared.
pretty good natured about people making fun of me because, I make fun of myself.
You want to say hello? You want to say hello? Say I'm a big
Oh,
boy.
look at you. You're pretty. Boy, girl. Boy
Boy.
or girl?
Boy.
Boy?
Uh-huh. Say
Yes.
my name is Finn.
Hi, Finn.
Yeah, I'm an asshole.
Yeah, my cat's an asshole too. He attacked me a few weeks ago. I guess it's been about 3 or 4 weeks. Got me so bad. Yeah, that
He does that.
yeah, that he bit me and he scratched me so badly that it started swelling really bad, and I had to go on antibiotics because
Really?
yeah, I had cellulitis. It's like I couldn't even move my
Oh my
wrist.
God.
It was really bad. Yeah, he was, and he's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I mean, you just never know. One of these,
Bipolar?
yes,
I say he's bipolar.
he's like so cuddly and sweet and whatever, and then all of a sudden he just like, yeah, and he bites and he scratches and stuff,
Yes.
and you never
Yes,
know
that's
what
exactly what he does.
triggers him. But
It's
this
like
time
I
he
think they
knew.
get overstimulated. He can only
I
be
don't know.
petted for a certain amount of time. And it's like you
Yeah,
can see it if you go a
yeah,
few seconds over petting him, that's when he strikes. So you had to pay
yeah.
attention. It's just like, okay,
I
you see his
know.
tail. He's gonna bite you. Just
But he's so sweet most of the time. But I was actually breaking up a fight between him and the other black cat. The two black cats, they fight with each other. Well, he's the asshole though. He
oh
starts it all the time. So I was trying to break that up, and yeah, he didn't like that. But afterwards, he was like like a domestic violence kind of,
oh my goodness.
where he was all apologetic afterwards. It's just like he knew
Oh
he'd
yeah, yes. Come and rub on your
yeah, he'd like
ankles and
creep up and he'd purr and he'd rub on me, and I'm like,
yes.
no, I'm mad at you. You really hurt me this time.
Yes, or give you the big eyes,
Yeah,
that you like
uh-huh.
that. Yes,
Yeah,
I get that quite a bit. He tries to eat my hair. My wife, he lets my wife cut his claws. I've never been able to do it, but you know, since he was a kid, my wife has been able, cut his claws, no problem.
Yeah.
He may kind of nip at her and stuff. She gets it done, So, but he's like the teeth and the claws. It's just like I don't know what it is. Maybe I didn't teach him properly to play, but it's like, man.
I always say no bites, or when I'm playing with them as kittens, I always play with something, not my hand, so that they don't think your hand is a play toy, right? Yeah, doesn't matter.
Really?
Yeah.
My other cat's not like that. He's very sweet. He's extremely sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if you're not paying him the attention he wants, he'll
too.
nip you. Yeah. But it's not like what he does. He tries to like.
I know. Yeah. I have horrible scars.
You're horrible. We're talking about you. You don't care. He doesn't care.
Yeah, they don't usually.
No, he's just staring at me. Did I forget to give you wet food? I think I forgot to give him wet food when I fed him. That's probably why he's over here messing with me. But okay. So Annette, it's been great.
It has been great.
I will get this up eventually. I'm so behind, like I said in the beginning. So I'm gonna try to get one up tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tuesday? I'll try to have yours up by the weekend, because I think this is the 4th one. So I'm have to I have yours up by the weekend, but I'll tag you on Facebook and Twitter or whatever. You got Instagram?
I do. I have an Instagram.
I don't know. I think we follow each other. I'm not sure though. Possibly.
I'm really bad at Instagram. I only go on every once in a while. I do more tweeting.
Yeah, me too.
I troll Donald Trump and I tweet.
Oh my God, you do it too?
I do all the time.
I love it. And I love like trolling the little Trumpsters and everything. It's just like, I'm surprised I haven't been put in Twitter jail before. But
me too.
I've never,
Facebook jail a couple of times, but
my wife is in Facebook jail right now.
Really?
Because she called.
I haven't been put.
But all she said was she was talking about the area we live in, and she said something about white trash. But she was making a joke, but it was just like, and so they put her in jail for it. I can't remember what the picture was. But yeah, I guess she was just like, "Will you stop it?" Now he's tearing up paper. But yeah, I think maybe that was her second time in being Twitter jail. I don't remember. But yeah. Oh yeah, it was the second time. The first time she was admonishing her father about what he said about something about Chinese people. And they dinged her instead of him. He was the one made the insult. She was correcting him.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It is crazy. Well, thank you very much. It's been such an honor to have you.
If you come back, what we're gonna do is we're gonna confer on the hot sauce.
Okay.
If you come back, we'll make sure we have the same hot sauce. I'll try not to make it anything over the top like this one. This one was really hot, so I will get something maybe fruity or something like that for you.
Okay.
Because I got Jay is coming on the first week of December, so we got this nice fruity hot sauce for her.
Okay, good.
Okay, but yeah. So next time you come, maybe in you have a book coming out in January, so maybe in January sometimes.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. We'll confer. We get a nice hot sauce, and we'll do it from there.
All righty.
Okay. All right. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.